just think it's intelligent to meet with a bunch of black pastors because, in my opinion, that's how you get black people. You can conquer and divide with religion, no matter what side of the fence you're on regarding religion. You know, so if you're at the White House with Donald Trump and you're a black pastor, that's going to create some type of emotional response, regardless if you're black, if you're a black Christian, if you're not a Christian. You know, that's going to create something because Donald Trump is obviously loudly against black people in America. And then he goes and plays, you know what I mean? He goes and plays both sides of the fence, so where he can say, well, I did this for black people. I did this for, you know, I was with the black pastors. So if you see your pastor hanging with Donald Trump, you're not going to follow your pastor. Eventually, that's going to trickle down to you, and that's going to, you know what I mean? That's going to eventually brainwash you. So if he wants to divide black people, he's doing a damn good job because he's doing it with religion, and then he turns around and do it with sports. Football, basketball. You know, that's what the fuck we do. Football and basketball. And you coming after LeBron James, fuck you. I like LeBron James. But you siding with my pastor. You know what I mean? So I think he's doing a great job at manipulating black people and showing white people this is how you manipulate black people. So you can't be their slave owners per se, but if you attack what they like and attack what they spend their money on, you can control them. That's just my thoughts.
No, them is wise thoughts. Let me, anybody, I'm going to address all of it. I'm going to tell you, you're right in a lot of places, but I'll tell you. Any other thoughts?
She said it. She said it.
All right, check this out. We're gonna get deep into this conversation, okay? And every time that happens, you can do what you did. We can deepen this conversation. Let's address everything she said. Actually, let's. All right, we got to start from the beginning, okay? The beginning of what is now known as America, and then you go to, let's see. This has been a trial and error type thing. This has been a trial and error. This has been all trial and error.
America?
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, it's all been trial and error. It has not been something in which you think about or move about. It's been trial and error. It's not perfect. They made it perfect. Okay, I'll explain to you. There was really no such thing as racism, period. Point blank, it wasn't. And then about 1638, they came out with the Doctrine of Exclusion, okay? And the Doctrine of Exclusion started in Maryland, and it meant that black folk were excluded from the fruits of the labor of white folk, okay? This is facts. Just look up. Anybody who disagrees with me, that's fine. And I'm just answering the question. Doctrine of Exclusion, 1638 in Maryland. It is. I dare you to Google it. I dare you to look it up. You're going to be shocked of this. And it simply meant that you were to be excluded from the fruits of
their own labor.
Well, yes. Right now, you can say their own labor. You can't really, but we'll go ahead and say that for now. Okay, you can't really. It's again because in a generation or two, they ain't got no labor. The labor. In fact, let's talk about them. 1665 is when you pretty much get rid of all of white, or what you would call white labor in America.
You white labor. I didn't know white folk had labor.
At 1638, you could say they had labor.
Oh, okay.
They were doing a little work.
Okay.
They were doing a little work. Okay. By 1665, nah. What happened? You had the colonies. Remember, colonies are pretty much Europeans. They come from Europe. There's no July 4th, 1776 becomes America. Okay, and so this is way before there is an America. There's just land that was vacant. Of course, it wasn't vacant. It was not vacant at all, right? You get it? It was people with more technology coming over to people with lesser technology. And whenever you have that, whenever you have a superior, technologically advanced anything, okay? And basically, if you put this in science terms, okay? If you put this in science terms, you had the apex predator come over and wipe out, their prey, basically. Okay, just to say science. And I brought it to science because I want to be, I have a global audience, trying to be as nice as possible. But at the same time, facts are facts. This is historicity. Historicity is the accurate depiction of people and events. History, you can do whatever you want to do with history. But we don't get to deny the fact that the event 1638, the Doctrine of Exclusion, Maryland, you don't get to deny the fact that 1665 is when the folk came over from the colonies and say, hey, man, we need a labor force. We can't compete. We can't barter and trade. We can't import, export to England, to Europe, because we don't have a force. Wait a minute. Yeah, we do. Remember those people you excluded? That's your force. Okay? To even answer the question of the beautiful thing that all your beautiful comments, your wokeness about going to the eye gate and ear gate of black people. We got to start here. We got to start. This is trial and error. This is, all right, this is what we're going to do. It's not working really, but it's working a little bit. Oh, you know what? One generation later, I got an idea. Let's just get a labor force, but don't pay them. And that's when you get that about 1665 and expand it. Now, let's take you out of the history of things. And let's go now to, actually, one more thing in history. One more thing in history. What ended up in slavery was free labor. Now, I want you to think about this for a second. Historicity. In the North, people had to work. Here's what it is. Here's what it is. In the North, people had to work. Would you agree? People had to work. In the South, people had to work too. But they had a labor force. Or as I would like to call them, slaves. Okay? Not indentured farmers. Okay? Not sharecroppers. Okay? Not what Ben Carson says, immigrants that came over from Africa. Okay? No. That's not historicity. That's history. History, you get to interpret. History, you get to say, oh, they were just immigrants. Came from one country to another one. Or exiles. Because you know what? Those were the prisoners. You can do that with history. Historicity says you put black folk in ungodly conditions on the bow of a boat. And many of us did not make it. And you started killing the warriors and you separated families. You get it. This is historicity. You don't get to deny historicity because we're just talking about the accurate depiction of people and events. All right. One more thing before we come to the future. So we're in Texas. The oldest black church in Texas is here, right? Here. It's here in Galveston, Texas, actually. We're in Galveston, Texas. And the oldest black Baptist church is in Texas. And it is, do you know how old it is? Something like that. Yeah, look it up real quick. It's maybe 178 years old, something like that. Okay, she's going to look it up real quick. The oldest, not the oldest church, the oldest black church. That's going to be important here to the brilliant thing that you said. And let me point out her brilliance. Her brilliance was, this is how you get to black people. Okay, y'all remember that? All right. This is she's doing a good job, and she dropped 2 F-bombs. You get it, right? She felt them though. You know, she felt them. Okay. Now, why you just find either one. It don't matter because there's another one in like Dallas.
Okay, this one says this one in Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia. That's cool. How old is it? Because that's the South. I just want you to remember it's South. Remember, black folk wasn't allowed to worship, but they were allowed to read the Bible when you were allowed to read. Okay, because that's not how it worked. You're gonna take upon the religion as we interpret it. okay? Because I don't want to infer that there were no black people in the book of Acts. The Ethiopian eunuch, actually, the whole Israel is, those were not Europeans. That's the historicity again. If you go to Genesis chapter 5, you'll start seeing about the genealogy. And you'll start seeing about Noah's sons, and one of them is Cush. Cush is black. And and then Cush has sons. One of those sons is called Egypt. The name of that son is Egypt. And of course, Egypt gives birth to, you know what I'm saying, the descendants, Egyptians, black. How much?
178.
178. Oh, wow, I guessed it right on the head. Okay, 178. Now watch this here. Do 2018 minus 178. Okay, I want to show you something real quick.
1840.
Okay, I just want you to get 1638, 1655, and 1840 is when the oldest black church was to occur. Okay, now I picked the Baptist because Baptist was one of the first denominations. You had Anglican, no order, but Anglican, Lutheran, Methodist, and then Baptist. These are your first 4 denominations. Now, check this out. No order because Lutheran technically would have been first, even though Martin Luther did not attempt to start a denomination. But anyway, now, you see it, 1848 you said?
1840.
1840. Think about that for a second. That's not that long ago. 1840. But in 1840 is when the folk who were the dominant culture said, I don't want to worship with the folk I've excluded from my prosperity. There's a reason why church is still segregated today. I've excluded them from the fruit of my labor. Why would I not exclude them from my worship? You got me? Now, would you like to know? You're not going to like this, okay? Then the dominant culture, I tell you what, let's just let them church on their own. Sure, but wait, we got to regulate that, okay? Now, there was a couple of things happen. Let's see. You would have a law, and you had two laws that happened inside the doctrine of exclusion, inside the slave codes. Slave codes is coming next, right? So inside the slave codes, what you would have is 2 things that happen. You would have, if you have this many black folk together, there must be someone white present. This many be 6 to 8. Someone white must be present. It still operates like that today. Still operates like that today. If you get a black community, there will be an officer that will then commute that community. You don't see police patrolling the suburbs. They control black communities. Patrol, you get it? If it's 8 of us, if we have if the Kappas came, the police force would grow. You get it? Because it's still a culture, it's still a stigma that is still passed down. It's whether you want to say it or not. So that's one hidden rule there. We're going to control black people. Okay? And I'm getting ready to come to your brilliance. I just have to break down the control. That's what she was saying. We want to control black people. That's what Trump is doing. Control. Got it? Got it. Now watch this here. The second thing was, and this is crazy, that they created another law that said, all right, in order to keep you black folk in control, historicity, in order to keep you black folk in control, check it out. I'm going to let you black folk tell on one another. So if you see any one of these slaves not being slave-ish, go ahead and tell, and then we'll give you the fruits of our labor. We'll let you buy your freedom. Come on now, that happens today. That still happens today. I mean, there's some side effects of slavery that still happens today. If you were a woman and you loved your husband, if you show your public affection to your husband during slavery, you would be whipped, beat, and set apart and never to see your husband again. And raped if you were the woman. Got it? You get it? This is why black folk today, in the 21st century, still don't show public love. Neurologically, trauma gets passed down genetically. This is why you're afraid of spiders. Our great ancestors, before there was any racism, when we had big foreheads and no eyebrows, caveman, Neanderthals, were scared of spiders. It's in your DNA. Spiders and snakes.
Wait.
You get it? Because they were deadly. It's been passed down. Your brain is a lot older than you. It's been evolved. Okay? Now watch this here. So we passed down that trauma. I can't love you in public. Now I can't respect you in public. We just passed down the trauma. This is facts. I'm just a astute brother, right? This is facts. Then here's another fact that happened. This was gonna blow your mind. Just to defend what she just said. And they said, well, I tell you what, this is what we gonna do. If any of you white folk defend these black folk, we gonna treat you legally like black folk. So you missed it. Let me say it. I'm gonna say it in a way that offends your palate. That was palatable, meaning you can taste that. If you white folk help these niggas, we gonna treat you like a nigga. But see, that wasn't palatable. You didn't like that one. Nigger lover. Nigger lover. That's where that comes from. Okay? Push it now. White folks scared to help. Because if they do, they gonna get treated like us. Now I'm gonna get on my, what's that comedian? The one Mooney. He's Paul Mooney, so raw with it. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody want to be a nigga. You get it? You understand? And it's truth. What he said is true. Everybody want to be us, but they don't want to be us. They just want to be us. You know what I'm saying? You ain't like this. These is just historicity. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's enough background to understand. Oh, I gotta say one more. I did all that to build this one thing. This is what I said you wouldn't go like. We don't want them working with us. That's cool. But go and let them go. Whoa. We can't let them just go. They need some rules. So the white pastor said, pick among you good men. Actually, we'll pick. Matthew, come here. Thomas, these are not African names, by the way. Okay? Come here. You're pastors. You're going to lead this flock. No problem. This is what this verse means. When you get to when you get to Philemon, is how you say it in Greek, or Philemon is how you commonly hear it in church. When you get there, that whole be nice to your slave master, that's us. All that prosperity, you get your reward in heaven. Look, it's in here. You will get your reward in heaven. You won't get it now. It's going to be in heaven. Be a good slave. Be a good slave. You get it? Well, let me not do that. The church has a history, by Big C Church, has a history, Big C meaning universal, has a history of taking scriptures. Instead of repent, we changed it to do penance, as in pay money. Instead of turn from your ways, we said pay into purgatory to get, to make your time in purgatory short. We've been doing this. We've been doing it. Before there was racism, we've been doing this, okay? I just need you to understand that the dominant culture picked black pastors. And those black pastors preached white gospel. You ain't got to like that, but that's very integral for you to understand what she just said, okay? Black pastors were picked, molded, and then told what to say. It's another, see, that's palatable. Let me make this unpalatable so it can stick in your head. White folks started slavery. Black folk keep it going. See, that's not palatable anymore. You don't like that one. So now you can hear me now. You get it? Sometimes you got to shock your audience so they can hear you.
No, that's fact. That's why we are like, I feel like we're the only culture that has a depiction of a deity that doesn't look like us.
We are. We are. If you go to Asia, Jesus looks like he's Asian. We go to Chinese.
Right.
You know, Japan's Japanese.
Right.
African, he's African. In America, he's white. Okay.
But when someone like us brings up Jesus' description and we paint him black, like my grandmother had a black painting of Jesus in our house. So when I went to church and saw a white Jesus, I was confused. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because my grandma was saying, well, I can't serve what doesn't look like me, yet we go to a church with a picture of Jesus that didn't look like this.
Yeah.
So I just assumed everybody had black Jesus in their head as far as black people go. But we don't. You know what I mean?
Whenever you conquer, now, I'm going to say the word religion, but in this case, I don't necessarily mean the word religion. So let me define it. The interpretation of your religion. Okay? Mm-hmm. But when I say in religion in this sentence, I'm about to say, I want you to catch it as interpretation of your religion. Because I don't mean to ruin Christianity for anyone who is Christian. I'm not against any religion, and I dare not tell you that Israel weren't melanated people, because that is not factual whatsoever. That's in the history of all things. Egypt is not whitewashed the way you see it on the media, okay, or movies. That's not the case. It's just not. It's just not. And I'm not here to argue black or white. I'm just telling you that's just not facts. And I deal in facts, and everybody knows it's about me. So my next statement is, when you conquer a people, you then give them your religion, should you want to control them. Mm-hmm. Now remember, take that as the interpretation of your religion, okay? Because that's, you get it? That's why I want to be as kind as possible. But I'm spitting these facts, and you ain't got to like me, but I got enough money not for you to care if you don't like me. So it's cool. I'm not tripping. Anyway, I have my own economy, and I'm going to tell the truth, whether I'm coaching somebody or whatever. This is me. I'm still Antonio T. Smith Jr. I ain't changing. I'm not. And everybody know, if you follow me, this is your first time seeing me, well, then God bless you, because I'm me through and through. Okay, through and through, all day, every day, all day, every day. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, so we get that. We get all that interpretation that whites chose blacks to then control how they think about religion. Let's go all the way to what Tempest said now. This is where you got to be woke. Forget the meeting that just happened with Trump, with John Gray, most notably there. Surprised a lot of people, you know, all this stuff. I'll get to that in a second, okay? Forget that. Let's just start when Trump first hit presidency. But before he was...
You can start before he was...
Well, I really can. But let's go with before January 21st. Normally when presidents are ratified, it's not, I don't think it's ratification, it's sworn in, but that's a different word for it. Before January, he was having meetings in Trump Towers. Everybody remember? All right. When it came to blacks, he didn't pick leaders of the people. He picked what Tempest said. I don't even know if you realize what you were saying. He picked Steve Harvey. Why?
Black women.
Because Steve Harvey has probably the biggest audience of black women that Trump would have access to. Probably wasn't even Trump's first pick. Probably would have wanted to pick Oprah.
And she said she wasn't going.
Well, Oprah understands.
You know what?
So, when I get to John Gray, I'm going to get to Oprah. But go ahead.
That's ironic that you bring up Steve Harvey, because I read a statistic that said 94% of black women did not vote for Trump. You know what
That's
I mean?
right.
So you got, like, I don't know how many people that is, but you got a slew of people not effing with you.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
But they do. I don't know the statistics with Steve Harvey, but Steve Harvey makes his money off of black women.
That's right.
With books, with his TV show, with his little conference, whatever.
That's right.
So I didn't catch.
I'm about to open it up even more.
He said that. I didn't.
Yeah.
I caught other people, but I was like, why did you go to Steve Harvey? That makes so much sense.
And when you were talking, you were stepping on all this. That's why I'm giving it to you now. because you listen to some other, and I'm gonna get to him. I'm gonna get to him right now.
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown, the leader of the old generation.
Yep.
Come on, Jim Brown.
Tuh.
Jim Brown.
Yes.
You don't know football.
Player?
He was an aggressive football player, Hall of Famer. But Jim Brown was all the way fist up.
Yes.
Jim Brown broke my heart. You get it, but it's Jim Brown. I don't even have any equivalent. There is no equivalent to Jim Brown. The equivalent to Jim Brown is Jim Brown.
Mm-hmm.
You get it?
Yeah.
He became an actor, football player, but he was a champion of black people like Belafonte.
Yeah, Harry Belafonte.
Yeah, like Harry Belafonte. A champion.
Yeah.
A champion. And so what do? Well, I can't get Harry. Let me get me Jim. Got a relationship with him.
And you notice how he always... I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You notice how Trump always, when he met with the black people at Trump Towers, he would calm down and have like a press conference.
And let me tell you why. Because who he get next? Kanye.
Yeah.
You tell me who has more respect, not now, but Kanye changed rap.
Yeah, he did.
He changed it. He made being a nerd cool.
Yep.
He did. When rap was about gangsters, it wouldn't be no. What's my man? The great actor. He's in the movie. Show Atlanta. Well, it wouldn't be. Well, most definitely already. Most definitely. No. Atlanta.
I know what you're talking about.
Childish Gambino.
Childish Gambino. That's it. Yeah. Would be no Childish Gambino without Donald Glover. Wouldn't be no Donald Glover without Kanye West.
Yeah.
It couldn't be. Kanye West had on a backpack.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Drinking Ensure.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
He was. He literally, his jaw was wide. He had Ensure.
That's right.
I'm serious. Like my grandmother used to drink that. My girl used to drink Ensure to lose weight, never lost a pound.
Yeah.
Never. Just stay 300. You know, just real talk.
Watch it,
I'm just saying. Just stay 300, right? Never lost a pound.
Watch it.
But he got Kanye. Why? Because the ear to cat. Why? Because Kanye dominated BET.
Yeah.
Black folk, if you want to get the black folk, you go to BET.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey always hosting on
BET.
Kanye West always dominating on
BET.
You can pick all the black people he got, then we get sports stars.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? Mm-hmm. Because he didn't go to Harry Belafonte. He didn't go to LeBron James, which I'm about to talk about. Then let's say that they've been involved, so now their voice has dissolved.
Mm.
They involve you to dissolve you. All right, let me break this down. Something for you. They involve you to dissolve you. Ah, man, you got a nice voice, man. Come on, be here with us for a long time, and now you think differently. And of course, since you got relationships now, you can't say that. You can't say that no more. You feel me? Because you're gonna mess up your funding. They involve you to dissolve you.
Wow.
Okay? The Jesse Jackson now shop, they ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not mean no disrespectful. They've been in there too long. He didn't go to somebody X. And I ain't talking about EX. I mean Nation of Islam. You feel what I'm saying? Because the media got them classified as a hate group. The nation has them classified as a hate group. Couldn't even be further from the truth, but you can't let nobody, you know what I'm saying, you let me say that. I just lost 15,000 fans just saying that right now. You get it? They involve you to dissolve you. This is just being woke. So you go to all the blackness, and then that's how you get them. You don't go to the leaders. You go to the entertainers. That, I don't care what nobody say. Trump is going to go down as one of the greatest politicians of all time. Maybe not president. Boy, he got that politician stuff. He is redefining what a politician is. It's remarkable to watch. Right? It's remarkable. I'm not going to go for or against. You want to know my opinion? I'm never going to give it to you. Right? But here's the deal. It's remarkable to watch. It's remarkable. It is absolutely remarkable to watch how he's doing the dividing. Now, you get the black pastors. That's what you just said. This is like 4th or 5th time he's done the black pastors. But he does it in the media. Come on now. You get
About prison reform.
About prison. All right. But first he did prison reform with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
Who is royalty. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
what you feel about Kim Kardashian. That family is brilliant. I mean, Kris Jenner, that's the mom.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait to do a business deal with her. She has a fabulous business mind. She took Paris. Remember, it was all about Paris Hilton. When the last time you thought about Paris Hilton? Come on. You want a Hilton number for your hotel, but you don't even think about the heir to the throne. You know what I'm saying? Like the Hilton Honors number. You want a Hilton Honors number, but you don't even think about. Remember, it was all about Paris and Lindsay Lohan or something.
Paris and Nicole Richie.
Paris and Nicole Richie. That's what it was.
Yep.
Kim Kardashian was Paris's friend that had a sex tape.
Yeah.
Now she's American royalty.
Yeah.
Do you understand how great your business mind has to be to do that?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Off of no, what we would call talent. I'm not saying she's untalented. That's what other people do. I'm just saying she's not singing her way to.
Right.
You get it? She's not business mind. Well, she is, got a great business mind. You can clearly see it. It's incredible. It's incredible. Black and now young folk, because he missed all the millennials. So he got millennials and black because she got a black husband and a large black following. You know, it's just as many black people watch Keeping Up with Kardashians.
She saved a black woman.
And she saved a black woman. Okay, that's there. Now what you do is you get the black pastors.
Yeah.
Now this is where you gotta pay attention, because if you didn't listen to me tell you about 1600s, 38 and 55, then you missed me tell you, and in 1848, you missed me tell you that white people pick black pastors to control. You see, you get what I'm saying? It's all. I started my conversation off after you said it's really just a great testament of white supremacy by trial and error. What he's doing is the same thing that they did during the slave era. This is historicity. You ain't got I'm not telling you that he's a slave master. I'm just telling you he's in the same handbook. Same handbook. You ain't got to like it. Same handbook. He went to, hey man, give me that book about the slaves real quick. I need my next best move. Page 37. Appoint me black religious leaders to go out there with my gospel.
While distracting you from all of the other stuff that he's doing right now. How ironic is the timing of this meeting?
It's always that way.
You know what I'm saying?
It's always that way.
And he got so much stuff going on with Russia and China and the kids being separated.
Let me bless you all.
Let
me bless you all. I know every last one of Trump's policies. Everyone. I read them consistently. There's an app that I use. Would you like the app that I use? I actually gave it to you before. Countable.
That's my best.
There's an app called Countable.
Yeah.
I got an iPhone. I'm sure it's on Android, but everybody here has an iPhone. Okay. Yeah. Countable.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if you can. Let me open it up. Countable.
Yeah.
Okay. Countable. I'm dead serious. This app, Countable. I don't get paid for this. Yeah. I don't get paid for this. It's right there. I'm trying to open up again and see if I can get it to. I don't get paid for this. It's called Countable. Regular spelling. I'm going to kill the app so it can open up with the screen. Countable. Can you see it on there? Countable. All right? It tells your representative just voted. Your senator just voted.
Yeah.
Here's what he voted on. Just lay it out.
Yeah.
Right? And then they tell me about upcoming stuff.
Yeah.
Do you I'll read it to you right now. This is live in real time. Should the feds accept private donations to build Trump's border wall? Yeah. You didn't even know that was going on. You didn't even know that private people are trying to donate to the border wall.
Wow.
You didn't even know. And look, it's on fire. It's a hot topic.
Wow.
I'm dead serious. It's a hot topic. Judge rules Trump administration must start accepting DACA applicants. DACA, remember DACA, the thing that Obama started for the immigrant children, that if they come over here as children, they don't have to be separated from families, or they can get an education and work their way to citizenship.
That's the dreamers,
Trump,
right?
the dreamers. Trump killed it.
Yeah.
But now a judge just said,
No.
see, you don't even know that. You don't even know that. You get what I'm saying? It's so much. Trump administration shifts responsibility to reuniting families to the ACLU. You didn't even know that. You get it? You didn't even know that. White House projections show ballooning deficit in 2019. Deficit, that's bad. Ballooning, that's even bad. Deficit means debt. But you the party of money. You get it? All right. Now listen, I'm not for or against blue. Let me tell you something, because I know I'm on camera. I ain't Democratic or Republican. I'm something completely different. I'm neither, but I vote. Don't get it twisted. But I'm neither. I am neither, because I'm not. It's one government. I understand that you try to tell me which control you want, man. You want blue control or red control? Which one you want? I understand that the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are the same thing. I get this. The things y'all argue about are what you call non-essential things, but at the core of them, both Democrats and Republicans believe in limited government. The argument is how limited.
Yeah.
It's the argument.
Yeah.
It's three things. It's real three things. That's it. The rest of them are non-essentials. Why would I let you program me when I've been unplugged from the Matrix?
Into picking a side that ain't for you regardless.
Neither side is for me. Neither Republicans.
Neither what?
Yeah, neither Republicans or Democrats are for me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? People are for me.
Yeah.
But Democrat and Republican don't exist. We made it up.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's working?
Yes,
Okay. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So what you see is, let me appoint people. Let me as a dominant culture, let me pick the people that are going to influence the blacks.
Yeah.
You get it? And the religion. If black folk don't love nothing, let me tell you something. This is how I know. I finished Think and Grow Rich, the black edition, this morning. It was the first time I read it. We know I've read Think and Grow Rich, the original edition, thousands of times. First time I read it was, I finished it this morning about 6 in the morning. I finished it this morning. The last chapter was and first off, the book is beautiful. The last chapter was so inspirational. It was, man, this guy, what's the author's name? Dennis Cambro?
Yes.
It was amazing. This book is amazing. It was beautiful to hear all those black stories of persistence and perseverance. It was beautiful. The last chapter kind of got religious. There's a lot of God talk up in there. And it made sense. Because you know what black folk love? The Lord. You get it? Napoleon Hill didn't do that. Well, actually, let me be fair. Not that I have a problem with it at all. The book is written with Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill was already working on the book. Dennis Cambro just experienced great favor and continued his legacy with the permission of Napoleon Hill's foundation. That's how big of a deal that book is. Like, Napoleon Hill was already working on the black edition, and that's how it came out. Okay, that's how it came out. Just to be fair, Dennis Cambro is quickly becoming a hero of mine. I never even heard of him. The book is beautiful. The book is beautiful. But I was shocked to hear at the last chapter, it even said something like, and blacks need to believe in their God, whatever it was. It was amazing. I was like, oh, that's different. I wasn't used to, I didn't see that one coming. But yeah, whenever you bring up black, you almost have to do it in the church or mosque. We're very religious people. Why? Because of white supremacy? No. Religion started in Africa.
Yeah.
All of them. The origins of religion is African. It is way deep in your roots and genes. Way deep. This is why we just worship differently. You understand what I'm saying? So you get it. So you're completely right. It's just a programming of. That's it. You just took. That has been done before. It will be done again. Yeah. It will be done again. Yeah. I need you to get that it's going to happen. It is a timeless tool of the dominant culture. It will be done again. It will be done again. Period. I have plenty to say. Last thing I'll say. John Gray. Okay, I personally know him. I have a strong relationship with Lakewood Church and Pastor Joel Osteen. And I was there when John Gray first came in. I was there. It was 2012. He was coming in to be a guest, and we kept inviting him back. And then boom, he had his position. He's a remarkable man, a faithful husband. And his wife is beautiful and cool, and he can sing his butt off. Okay, I am pro John Gray. I am. I have a bias here. Okay, my bias is it's the first time I gave my opinion in this talk. My bias is I am pro John Gray. I'm not gonna tear my man down. I am pro John Gray. There is a leadership lesson here that I do want to say in conclusion. Okay. As a matter of fact, let me back up real quick. What's my opinion? I ain't gave it to you. Do I like Trump? You don't even know. Do I hate Trump? You don't even know. Get it? We know what Tempest Day. She was like F-bomb. You know what I'm saying? But do I? You don't know. You went, wow, man, this guy's smart. Or you went, man, no, hold on, man. That just sounds smart. I know this. And that's cool. It's cool. You got no problem with this. Put it on the internet so you can see it and tab me up if you want to. It's cool. Cool. But you don't know what I think. Because I understand something fundamentally. I understand that a leader doesn't need to take a stand on every issue. You get it? And I am champion of taking stances on issues. I take stands. On the church, I've stood in churches and told old church folk, stop preaching your bylaws. I just did that. You know who I am. You get it. You know exactly who I am. And stop persecuting gays. Like I do this all the time. Women deserve equal pay. I stand on issues. A leadership lesson here is to be learned. Can everybody hear me? What you need to learn how to do is control your own narrative. No matter what any of you are going to think about me on this video, you won't be able to take away my narrative that I put out. In that remark, I am more brilliant than Donald Trump. I control my narrative. What he does better than anybody I've ever seen in my life is creates confusion so you can't capture a narrative. That is brilliant. Oh, that is brilliant. He does it so brilliantly. It is remarkable. I'm glad I've got to witness it in my lifetime because it's never been done on a grand scale like that before, except one other person I won't mention. Only one other person that's done it like that before. But I don't want to make that comparison because then you'll steal my narrative. If I make that comparison, then you're going to say, he said this. And then you're going to you get it? This is me controlling my narrative. Only one other person has ever manipulated a narrative globally. And I'll tell you when the camera's off, okay? Get it? But if I say it now and I reach 1 million plus people a week, they're laugh. All the genius stuff I said is gonna be dominated with that thing that people want me to say, and I get that. I get that. And that's the leadership lesson to learn here is control your narrative before you have to defend it.